Hey guys, it is Christmas, and you know how I know it's Christmas is when these things start showing up in the grocery stores. I'm on my second box of these already. Um, so yeah, Christmas time. Gotta love it. All right. Basically, what I'm going to be doing throughout December is highlighting some of my favorite Christmas movies in different genres. And the first one I'm going to start off with is horror, which so far the ones I've come up with, it seems to be the narrowest or smallest number of titles. So this won't be a very long video. But just to give you a kind of an idea of what other videos I'll be doing one on Christmas comedies, which there's a lot of those, so I might actually either split that up or have a subgenre like animated. That might happen. Um, of course, Christmas classics. That'll probably be the last one I do because those are the ones that most people, you know, are familiar with. Christmas action films, which there's actually more of those than you would think. Um, and possibly Christmas television. I'm not sure if that's going to be separate or part of like the comedies and the animated. I haven't worked all that out, but that's the general idea. But for this video, my favorite Christmas films that are in the horror genre. The first one I'm going to show is actually from TV, so I'm already, I guess, breaking one of my rules, although I don't have rules, so I'm not breaking anything. But there's a great Tales from the Crypt. This is the Robert Zemeckis collection from Tales from the Crypt, which were my favorite episodes, which is why I made sure to track this down. But there's a great episode called "And All Through the House." And those of you who are familiar with Tales from the Crypt might remember this, but it's basically an axe-wielding escapee from an insane asylum has this Santa suit, shows up at this house on Christmas of this family. Actually, I'll just read the description. Not a creature was stirring, not even Joseph, who has just been murdered by his adulterous wife on Christmas Eve. A film noir kind of plot in the beginning, which is one of the things I liked about it. Fate plays strange tricks when an axe-wielding escapee from an insane asylum appears, dressed as Santa Claus, and he's ready for a little last-minute Christmas shopping. So yeah, that's a good one. Tales from the Crypt, Robert Zemeckis collection. A good DVD to track down if you can, unless you have all the series or whatever. This next one I talked about in some of my Halloween videos, and that's Black Christmas, which was new to me. I mean, I had known about it, but saw it for the first time this October, and liked it enough that when I saw a good deal on it at Best Buy, no, not Best Buy, where'd I get this? Movie Stop. I picked it up on Blu-ray. Black Christmas, good horror film by a director who's going to show up in a future video because he also directed A Christmas Story. That's Bob Clark is his name. So yeah, nice serial killer maniac movie. And then finally, this one's a little bit of a cheat. It's could easily go in the comedy category, but it's Gremlins. The reason I put it under horror is, as a kid, it is kind of a gateway into horror films because it is, in essence, a monster movie. Because all these mogwai turn into gremlins, and these gremlins are pretty nasty creatures in the first one. The second one is just straight up comedy. But in the first one, it's actually some pretty tense scenes, especially the mother in the kitchen when the gremlins are first attacking. That's a very tense, straight out of a horror movie, type of scene. as she's defending herself. Of course, it all takes place at Christmas. There's a lot of background Christmas stuff going on. I remember one of the things as a kid thought was really pretty horrific to see was this poor guy in a Santa suit who has these gremlins like clawing all over him, and he's begging for help. It's just kind of a quick scene, but that's pretty messed up, for what some people consider kind of a kids film. So yeah, I thought I'd throw it in the horror section. But Gremlins, fun movie. Now, the last one I want to talk about isn't one that I own. I want to own it, but I just haven't tracked it down for a good price yet. And it's a foreign film called Rare Exports: A Christmas Tale. And you can find it on Netflix Instant Watch, which is how I saw it. Great foreign movie that, should have looked this up first. Somebody let me know the country of origin. I know it's one of the Scandinavian countries, but it escapes me which country in particular. But it's a fun movie. It really is reminiscent of movies like Gremlins from the 80s. Kind of those Amblin films that a lot of times kids were kind of the heroes, but facing some very dark kind of either monsters or crazy kind of horror situations. And Rare Exports is just like that. And it basically kind of goes with some of the real traditional roots of where Santa Claus comes from, which are some pretty dark kind of tales of these creatures that would come around to the naughty children, and if you were naughty, they'd scoop you up in a bag and take you off. So yeah, Santa Claus has his roots in some pretty kind of crazy folklore. If you actually look it up, it's pretty interesting. So yeah, in this you've got some drilling company has stumbled across something, and basically it's entombed in ice. This demon, which is basically Santa Claus, but all his helpers are what we would probably consider closer to Santa Claus, with the long beards, and they're kind of released first. And what's crazy is there are these old men with these nasty kind of gnarly beards, and naked, running around wreaking havoc, and it's just really crazy. And like I said, the kid is the hero, and he's got to convince his dad, because it's a single parent home. Another staple of a lot of those 80s movies were kind of broken homes, and a lot of times that parent-child bond that takes place during the movie, and that is in this as well. The kid convincing his father that this thing is real, it's really happening, and it's just a lot of fun. So check it out on Netflix Instant Watch. Just a crazy Christmas movie that it's not for the kids. It's well, it's for the more adventurous kids, I'd probably say, because let's face it, a lot of us saw those kind of movies as a kid. But yeah, a fun horror flick and recommended. So yeah, Rare Exports: A Christmas Tale, Gremlins, Black Christmas, Tales from the Crypt, especially the Robert Zemeckis directed, and All Through the House. So yeah, if you have any thoughts on those movies, or if you have any suggestions of any horror movies that have a Christmas background to it, that you would consider it a Christmas movie, let me know down below in the comments below. I know there's the movie Silent Night, Deadly Night. I've never seen it though. Let me know if that's worth seeing, because I know there's a remake. So let me know how the original is, or if you've somehow, I don't know if it's out yet, if that remake is out. If you've seen it, let me know how that is. or like I said, any other horror-themed Christmas movies, which is what we're talking about in this video. And then stay tuned for, like I said, action film Christmas movies I'll be talking about, comedy Christmas, a lot of those, animated television, some of those might be combined in videos, I'm not sure yet. And then finally, the last video of these I'll do will be classic Christmas movies, which of course, touch on some of these other genres. But yeah, stay tuned for those. If you've been a viewer of the Film Noir Fridays, those are going to be on hold until after the holidays. So they'll show back up in January. So stay tuned for those. And then I might squeeze in a couple of videos showing off some of the movies in my collection. I think I'm at letter G. I'm going alphabetically. So that might pop up sometime this month. So yeah, I think that's it. With that, I'm going to have my little Christmas cake, Christmas tree cakes, Little Debbie. Check them out. They're like crack. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the next Christmas video. Bye.